All right, what's up, everyone? Today, I'm doing a video about something that maybe it's a little bit exaggerated or maybe it's not, but I'm going to let you know what it is. It's called the Teflon flu. Maybe you already heard of it. And it's something that you get from Teflon pans, Teflon itself, that it gives you flu-like symptoms. And I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to kind of explain it while we watch the video. I'm very familiar with this. I've never technically heard it called the Teflon flu, but I'm familiar not because I've experienced it, but just because I know what could happen if you misuse Teflon pans improperly. So let's get into it.
Is there a hidden danger in your kitchen? Most people have frying pans coated with Teflon so nothing sticks, but can inhaling fumes from Teflon make you sick? There is now talk of a Teflon flu, but is it real?
Can cooking with a...
There's now talk about a Teflon flu because I'm pretty sure somebody on social media said something. Teflon's been around for a while, so it's nothing new. They're saying it's new. I hate when they talk about like something new. This is not a flu, but let's continue.
Non-stick pan make you sick? Across social media, people are throwing out their non-stick cookware, worried it will give them what's being called Teflon flu.
Getting rid of the Teflon.
Stop cooking on Teflon.
But is it real? America's Poison Centers says there's been a spike in cases with 267 reports of Teflon flu just last year. Experts say Teflon flu is transmitted when you scrape the bottom of non-stick cookware, releasing harmful chemicals that are inhaled into the body.
It's not an infectious disease like influenza. It's really a reaction or a respiratory illness caused by exposure to these what are called forever chemicals.
You see that smoking right there? That pan is really hot. That's exactly what you don't want to happen. Like, you don't want that to happen if you're going to cook in a pan. Because that smoke is, of course, a lot of those chemicals, the fumes have those chemicals which are not good. And they call it forever chemicals, as you see there. They're chemicals that basically your body can't break down. And they cause these symptoms that are like flu-like symptoms. And I've known about this. But the reason is, why would you think there is a rise on this now?
One being PTFE, or polytetrafluoroethylene. And it causes a respiratory syndrome that's similar to kind of getting when you get sick and get the flu.
Jasmine Banks says she recovered from Teflon flu.
I had a fever, I was a sore throat, I was just exhausted.
How long did it last?
2 weeks. And then when we stopped using the pans, within 24 hours, we were significantly better.
Once you start damaging the
Yeah, I'm not saying that I don't believe her, but it's just so hard to link it to the Teflon pans. And if it had it for 2 weeks, like those fumes were in your system for 2 weeks, that it was, messing you up that bad, it sounds like it wouldn't go away that quickly. But I'm not a doctor, so don't take what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt. I'm just giving you my opinion. I think a lot of these cases there's a big rise on these cases because people are hearing about this and I won't even say the news, from their fellow social media influencers that are talking about get rid of your Teflon pans. All of this talk, I think it convinces people that they got it now. I mean, there's a lot of people in this world, and I'm pretty sure there's some of those people that they see something, a symptom about something, and they're like, yeah, I have that.
I do that.
And that's, I think, the rise, because Teflons, unless if there is a big increase on Teflon pans being sold and people using it more, why would there be a specific rise on Teflon flu symptoms like now, when there's something that for you to get the rise, there would have to be a change on something, either a change on the way people learn how to use the pan or something to cause a rise on the Teflon flu symptoms. So I think the reason why there is being reported more. So maybe it's not a rise, but just more reporting. Or there's probably people that are just, like I said before, they hear about it on social media and they're like, I got that. And then they report it and it comes up as another person that has it. Or maybe they were really sick already. Or maybe it's all in their head. I don't know. I'm not defending Teflon flu because the Teflon, it does happen. It's not good. It's chemicals. There's other ways I'll talk about later.
non-stick coating, that's gonna get you sick.
Premier Food Safety CEO Donnie Yu showed our Victoria Ricano how to cook safely with Teflon.
My kids really like eggs.
I need an egg. Thank you.
So basically what I do is put it on a low heat, and then I'll add a little bit of butter.
Don't wait too long to start cooking your eggs. The issue happens when you just have
Let her finish melting the butter, right? Just kidding.
a pan sitting there in high heat.
He says never let the pan heat above 500 degrees. And
I would just say, just don't let it heat too much, really. Like you just get a pan hot and that's it. 500 degrees. Who is gonna be like, is that 500 degrees? Like, just, and if it's smoking, it's way too hot. If a pan is smoking, that means it's way too hot. But you just cook the stuff and be mindful that don't cook food on Teflon at very high heats, because you're gonna you run into the chances of getting more exposure to the chemicals from the Teflon. That's really all it comes down to.
don't use metal cooking utensils.
The only safe spatula you can use would be the rubber. It's not gonna scrape any of the non-stick coating off of the pan.
If you really are afraid of, using Teflon, don't use it. I would recommend using a cast iron pan. It just needs to be seasoned. You have to learn how to season it if you don't know how to season it. If you guys watch this video and you guys really want to know, you can let me know below and I could do a video on how to season a cast iron pan. Or there's ceramic pans that you don't have to do anything and they are non-stick. You could also get really good like steel pans, and just some of them are just that good, like with a little bit of butter and the stuff doesn't stick. I have some of those pans, they work really well. But there's other options. Teflon is definitely the easiest and it works well, and it works fine as long as you are aware, like, don't overheat the pan, don't use metal, utensils, because it will scrape. And if you have a Teflon pan and it's scraped up, don't use it. That's really, the things you want to look out for. I just thought this was a little weird. Like, they have this whole thing about this arise. Like, I looked at some, there's literally some, titles of saying that there's a rise on this thing. I don't think there's a rise. I think this, why would there be a rise? How would there be a rise? I think it's just either people just reporting it more, or people believing they have it more, and people seeing it on social media that people have it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I could be 100% wrong, but I'm gonna let you guys go. Be safe. Leia.